come up to hear their story of their experience at Casa.
Casa de Amma is a dream come true for our family. Everything about Jeremy's move to Casa was miraculous. Back in July of 2015, we decided to send Jeremy to a group home for a weekend. After agonizing for decades, we concluded that Jeremy should not live with a family member after we died. So I did my research and found the best group home in our area. This group home had one bed available and told us we could send Jeremy over for a weekend. Thinking that familiarity would make the final move less painful, I signed him up. In the weeks leading up to the weekend group home stay, I tried to make it sound like an adventure to Jeremy, but he resisted. Finally, with his innocent, broken speech, he asked me, "Why do I have to go there for the weekend, Mom? I want to stay home." My heart ached, but I told him the truth. Someday, Mom and Dad will die. No one can take care of you after we die, and you will have to move to a group home. So we want you to get used to the idea of living in a group home. Jeremy replied with anguish, "When you and Dad die, I want to hold on to you. I want to hold on to you so I can go with you." I don't know how long I cried after hearing that from Jeremy.
We didn't like the group home, but visiting it was not a waste of time. That Sunday, we went to a church near the group home. My wife happened to ask the question, "Do you know a group home better than that one?" That one meaning the group home Jeremy was visiting. Someone said, "Yes, there is. It's Casa de Amma." God brought us to this group home so we can find out about Casa de Amma.
During my initial visit to Casa, that was a tour, I knew right away this was the perfect place for Jeremy. Casa stood up head and shoulders above all the best group homes I visited. All the group homes I visited would not let Jeremy take his own medicine, even though he could. They gave him his as-needed medicines every day, even though he didn't need them. At one highly rated group home, every resident had to get up at 5 a.m. once a week on his laundry day to do laundry before breakfast. Jeremy would throw a fit. Their meal plan was resident-driven, meaning the residents planned the menu with staff support. They ended up eating a lot of hamburgers and hot dogs. Not good. I loved Casa's unique apartment community model, in which every resident's support is custom tailored to his abilities and goals. This model fosters each resident to be as independent as possible, while at the same time growing and learning new things. I wanted Jeremy to have a good quality of life in body, soul, and spirit. I knew Casa's rich program and caring staff could enable Jeremy to have a very good quality of life. But there was a problem: the long waiting list. It was so long that it seemed pointless to sign up. But I concluded that if God wanted Jeremy to live at Casa, the long waiting list was no problem. So by faith, I filled out the application. Casa gave me a vision, and I got busy. I began teaching Jeremy skills he would need to be successful at Casa.
3 years later, in 2018, we got a totally unexpected call from Aaron. There were 4 unexpected move-outs, and an opportunity came up for Jeremy to have his 1-week trial stay from July 10th to July 15th. During his trial stay, Jeremy thought that he was on vacation. During our debriefing with Aaron, we asked, what would be a realistic expectation as to when Jeremy can move in? Aaron told us that the last move out was 7 years ago. Thinking that Jeremy was number 20 on the wait list, we did some quick math. 7 years times 20 people. We figured Jeremy would be able to move to Casa in about 140 years. No big deal. We thought Jeremy might not get into Casa in our lifetime. So we did 2 things in preparation. 1, we instructed our older son to place Jeremy in Casa when his turn comes up, if he has not gotten in by the time we pass. And 2, we built Jeremy his own 1-bedroom house in our backyard, so he can live there with support until there is an opening for Jeremy at Casa. On July 24, 2022, 4 years after Jeremy's successful 1-week trial stay, we got the call from Aaron. There is an opening in the men's doubles apartment. We were shocked. We jumped at the opportunity. Jeremy moved to Casa on September 12, 2022.
Moving to Casa was a very good thing for Jeremy, but there were challenges. At home, because Jeremy is the only one, his need is immediately addressed. If we want him to learn something, we set him up for success. I call this setting up for success model. On the other hand, Casa has 44 residents. Each resident is encouraged to advocate and do things for oneself, and staff is there to support as needed. Casa calls this safe-fail model. Both models have pros and cons. Setting up for success means Jeremy's less frustrated, but advocates for himself less. Safe-fail means Jeremy has to wait longer and might get a little frustrated, but he will learn to speak up more. However, Jeremy's communication deficit is such that he needs support in Casa's safe-fail model. Because his brain doesn't tell him to talk, his needs would often go unmet. In the past year, Casa staff went the extra mile to 1, set Jeremy up for success, such as inputting calendar reminders with alerts on his iPhone, and 2, give Jeremy the extra support he needs so he can thrive in the safe-fail Casa model, such as staff training for Jeremy's specific needs and weekly meetings with Matt to go over emails and calendars. As a result, Jeremy's frustration level decreased and self-advocacy skills improved.
Now, some parents may think their child is independent enough to live on his own and does not need a community like Casa. The truth is, everyone can benefit from a community. Life is better when you have friends who love you and walk through life with you. Fortune magazine mentions a recent medical study in which the data revealed that the ill effects of loneliness is equivalent to the ill effects of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Can you believe that? It's been a little over a year since Jeremy moved to Casa, and we are amazed with his progress. He is having meaningful conversations with friends. He is biking with Nathan to the beach. He developed the courage to walk to McDonald's on the other side of the 5 freeway by himself. At home, he wouldn't even cross a major intersection by himself. As a family, we love cycling and we belong to a cycling club. Recently, my wife texted Jeremy about this ride coming up with lunch after the ride at our cycling leader's house. We thought for sure Jeremy would say yes to this event. To our big surprise, Jeremy texted back, "I'll think about it." Jeremy wanted to wait to see Casa's menu of opportunities first before deciding. We have witnessed Jeremy making other residents and staff laugh. It warmed our hearts to know that Jeremy loves Casa and is genuinely loved and appreciated at Casa. Casa has helped improve our parent-child relationship with Jeremy and allowed us the freedom to enjoy our retirement years. Now, Jeremy knows Casa is his home. He knows that even after Mom and Dad die, Casa will take care of him. Casa is a dream come true for us. We are so thankful to God for making our dream come true. Thank you.